The British have been thrown out of Burma twice in the last 2 years, and now stand on the defensive in India. The Japanese 15th Army is much larger, and advancing more quickly than the British expected. However, the self-proclaimed invincible Japanese have also outrun their supply lines, and must capture British supplies before pushing further into India. Joseph Stilwell has also just defeated the Japanese 28th Army in the north at Arakan, freeing up reinforcements for William Slim's 14th Army, which must survive until they can be brought into battle. A Japanese victory would capture enough British supplies for a thrust into India, while closing the Burma Road, therefore cutting off material aid to China indefinitely. A British victory would remove the threat to India, while reopening the Burma Road, therefore increasing material aid to China. Mutaguchi deploys his 3 divisions behind the Chindwin River. He plans to besiege and capture Kohima with the 31st Division, and Imphal with the 15th and 33rd Divisions. Slim expects only a regiment-sized attack on Kohima. Slim plans to lure Mutaguchi into a battle of attrition on the Imphal plain, where British superiority in tanks, artillery, and air power can annihilate the lighter-equipped Japanese. He places the Indian 17th, 20th, and 23rd Divisions, along with the 254th Tank Brigade there. Meanwhile, the Indian 5th Division is being airlifted to the battle, and is expected shortly. Mutaguchi advances against Imphal with the 33rd Division from the south, and the 15th Division from the east. Although Slim fails to immediately recognize the Japanese main attack as such, and withdraw to the Imphal plain, the Japanese fail to destroy the Indian 17th and 20th Infantry Divisions, where they stand as planned. Slim saves his 2 divisions by sending the 23rd Indian Infantry Division to cover their withdrawal to defensive positions. Meanwhile, Slim is disturbed by the fact that the Japanese 31st Division, not a regiment, has cut the road connecting Kohima and Imphal. The Japanese 31st Division completely surrounds Kohima instead of capturing the British supply junction at Dimapur, which is undefended and within striking distance. The 161st Indian Infantry Brigade is quickly flown in to break the encirclement, but is outnumbered and so camps outside Kohima. The Japanese 15th and 33rd Divisions meanwhile block all the roads out of Imphal, which forces Slim to supply Imphal solely by air. Both sides take heavy casualties fighting on the Imphal plain, just as Slim intends, but the situation in both cities is desperate. Slim's fortunes rise when the entire 2nd Infantry and 5th Indian Infantry Divisions arrive by air to Dimapur and Imphal respectively. The fresh British 2nd Infantry Division finally breaks the siege of Kohima after more bitter fighting, but the Japanese forces are literally starved of supplies such as food and ammunition. The British have plenty of all supplies, and even have the air capacity and complete air superiority to transport another division, the 7th Indian Infantry, to Kohima. Meanwhile, a seesaw battle continues on the Imphal plain, where the Japanese make progress before being pushed back. The fighting is heavy, but the Japanese are taking severe casualties from superior British tanks, artillery, and punishing strafing attacks. The Japanese supply situation is miserable at best, and so Mutaguchi's subordinates vainly call for a withdrawal, unimpressed by their commander's orders to fight with their teeth if no bullets are available. Yanagida and Yamauchi are sacked for their insistence to withdraw, while Sato, commander of the 31st Division, plainly disobeys orders and begins to retreat. Mutaguchi claims Sato has lost the battle for him, but the reality is clear. The Japanese have far reached the end of their supply lines. Sato's withdrawal allows Slim to reopen the Kohima-Imphal road with 2 divisions, and pump enough supplies into Kohima and Imphal to prepare for a counterattack. Slim counterattacks from his strong positions against the disheartened and weakened Japanese forces. The 20th and 23rd Infantry Divisions strike and pursue the Japanese 15th Division, while the 17th Indian Infantry Division strikes and pursues the Japanese 33rd Division. The 7th Indian Infantry Division must merely chase the Japanese 31st Division back across the Chindwin River. The Japanese suffer the majority of their casualties during this rout from malnutrition and disease. The Japanese 15th Army was virtually destroyed. By failing to capture British supplies during an anticipated rout, the Japanese could no longer effectively supply themselves, especially during the monsoon season. Nonetheless, the Japanese 15th Army was rebuilt and formed a strong barrier to British advances beyond the Chindwin Valley and deep into Burma.
This animation was created by Jonathan Webb and narrated by Tom Fitzmaurice. For more great battles, visit www.theartofbattle.com. It's like a museum, except not boring.